Hey guys, what's up? We got my game against Pearl for week 8 of SPL, so I'm using a bit of a different team this time around. It's a drag mag, but a bit different than the normal drag mag, actually. It has a Wish Jirachi, which is pretty cool against the psychic types that we're seeing spammed right now. Wish, Iron Head, Body Slam U-Turn with a lot of special defense, and a Stealth Rock Landorus, which is just really in the metagame right now, and it helps in checking a lot of things. It can be momentum stops. Really love it right now in this kind of team. It also synergizes super well with Magzone unless you face something like Shed Shell Skarmory, which you just don't really see right now. So yeah, it's Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Hidden Power Ice, U-Turn Landorus, bulky leftovers, specs on the Latios, banned on the Kyurem, just pretty standard fillers. Scarf on the Garchomp because why not, and Magnezone, which of course is the Balloon Magnetize set because if you use anything else on Magnezone, you're cheating yourself. Please pass that on to Kevin Garrett. Dear God. Anyway, Pearl using a pretty interesting rain team. I kind of figured at team preview it would be Choice Banded Dragonite, because his Scarfer right now is looking to be Landorus with Specs Keldeo, just because that's kind of what's in. No, not as much Scarf Keldeo rain right now, which honestly it probably should be seeing more usage, but I totally understand the merit behind Specs. But yeah, I kind of figured it'd be Extreme Speed Choice Band Dragonite. Just because Extreme Speed helps a lot of matchups. And the Substitute plus Dragon Dance set is pretty passive, especially without Magnezone. However, once Tentacle reveals Toxic Spikes later in the game, it becomes pretty obvious that it's sub Dragon Dance. And that, unfortunately, is a major problem for me because so long as he can keep rocks off the field, it pretty much wins the game unless I keep both Jirachi and Landorus and Garchomp all intact. And that's going to be really hard when I'm facing Tentacle, Keldeo, Spikes, etc. But yeah, looking a bit further into things, his Politoed's almost definitely be a defensive variant. Defensive as in like Scald, Protect, Toxic, Encore slash Ice Beam slash Refresh. Could be defensive or especially defensive, but like like not like a Scarf or Specs variant. With Landorus probably being the Scarfer and Keldeo being Specs, but again could be some Swords Dancer, Stealth Rock Landorus and Scarf Keldeo. I feel like we've seen a lot more of the kind of vice versa this SPL. So yeah, I mean then probably Dual Hazards and Ferrothorn. So yeah, a lot to me hinges kind of on the Dragonite set in this matchup. So let's get on into this. I'm just gonna lead Terran Black because that's my go-to lead against rain teams. He's gonna lead Politoed, and right off the bat, I threaten him out because I can knock his ass out. He protects the Dragon Claw, and he's scared of me doubling to Magnezone, so he goes to Landorus, which kind of my early game plan against these rain teams. If they lead Politoed, just staying in Dragon Claw, and he's gonna U-turn here, I believe. And that just shows you Scarf because he's faster, like max speed. And I'd go for Dragon Claw here. Does a little bit to Ferrothorn, enough to where even if he's max special defense, I could go Magnezone, set up Sun, and after the other two turns of leftovers, he should almost always, if not always, be in range for Hidden Power Fire to take him out, which is perfect because it's like a roll of full health. It's like makes it like a little more favorable. So why not? So I take that out. He gets Stealth Rocks and Spikes up, which is completely fine for me. I just want to see because once he reveals this set, I know the whole team. Since he's so confident in Sacred Sword and going to it there, it means he's probably specs. So I'm just gonna go to my Latios and click Draco because it's pretty free at this point. And unfortunately, I'm not in a position to get rocks up because he's got a lot of things to threaten me. So yeah, next best thing. He's now gonna go Tentacle here, which is gonna take about 40. So it means it's probably a faster Tentacle, which makes some sense. I'm gonna go hard Jirachi here just because I could wish and pass something to Jerome, but unfortunately he reveals Toxic Spikes here, and now I'm like, fuck me. It's gonna be sub Dragon Dance Dragonite, and I know I'm in for a really tough game because of that. This isn't like Icy Wind or anything, so that really kills me because of the set I am. So I know I need to find a way to get rocks up, but to find a way to get rocks up, I have to paralyze this Tentacruel because then Landers can outrun it because it's slower. Because I only have 240 speed as is, giving that Draco damage. Unless he's like full physical defense, which no one is running on their Tentacle anymore. It's like a 2014 type of thing. Um, then I'm gonna kind of be in over my head. So I need to paralyze this. Plus, I probably have to avoid burn at least once, probably twice or thrice. Because I want to also pass the wish to Kiram. Maybe I just forego that if I get the paralysis right off the bat and I avoid the burn, but we'll have to wait and see. Even if I do avoid the burn, I'm still gonna have to play Iron Head Body Slam at Mind Games with a Sub Dragon Knight. But if I can land a paralysis, especially if I can kind of suffocate with Intimidates and get some wishes around, maybe I could do some work. Um, But yeah, I'll have to wait and see. That's Dragon Knight's just kind of worst case scenario, and I really didn't expect it initially, just because it's not paired with Magnezone. And truth be told, I think Pearl took a really good risk here in bringing it without Magnezone. Just because I haven't used a ton of Skarmory. I think I've used like one Skarmory this tour, and overall like 1 in a million. And my Ferrothorn, while they're durable, you can just PP all that. So yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. Had I used more things like Swords Dance, Ice Fang, Gliscor, or Ice Beam, Slowbro, maybe a different story, but nah, I really haven't. So I think it's a good risk. Well, normally I would advise against it. I think he probably did his homework, and that worked out really nicely for him. So that's cool, but let's see. Am I going to be able to get that paralysis? Am I going to be able to get rocks up? Because if I get rocks up, I can suffocate it and win with my dragons before he wins with his dragon. Unfortunately, he's going to get the burn right off the bat. Can't really say I was unlucky. I mean, it's a 30% chance, and I went for Wish. So I was trying to I was going to go hard cure him. But yeah, as you see, at that point, I'm just like, okay, I'll commit to the body slam plan. That's fine. Um, and now I'm just like trying to figure out, is there any way I can find an opening to get it in? I wish again, but unfortunately, since I'm on special defense on Landorus, if I get burnt and I come in, then he could just spin until I die. So I go Landorus here. I go cure him here, not Landorus. I take all of the hazards, but I easily recover back up after taking a Scald. Unfortunately, Cure is a massive HP stat, so I only recover up that much, but it's fine. I figure he's going to fight around Politoed, so I just go for Dragon Claw. And I'm like 1 HP away from Living Hazards after switching, which is unfortunate. So I'm just going to fire this off. Would have won Latios otherwise. And now I go my own Latios, and I click Draco. In hindsight, I really wanted to click Trick, but getting Black Sludge wouldn't have been great. It just would have been able to maybe let me deter the Dragonite bullshittery. I Draco again here, and on hindsight on that turn, I should have went Landorus. I think protecting was a big choke by him, honestly. No offense intended, Pearl. You think you played a great game, but that turn, because like if I go Landorus predicting to protect and I get rocks up, then I win the game probably with Garf Chomp. Yeah, this isn't full, but keeping rocks up means that Latios and Garchomp both can do work. So yeah. I was down to 3 Draco PP after sequence, so maybe that could have come into play, or Draco missed. But yeah, I really should have just went Landorus there and played for the choke, and I didn't play for the choke, so that's my bad. Maybe he didn't think I was rocks on Landorus. Maybe he thought I still had Landerachi. I hadn't revealed all 4 moves. I guess that's in the wrong thought. Yeah, I think that protect was really bad of him. But I didn't play for the choke, so I can't really criticize that. I think that staying in was also really bad of me. I think this was just a stupid turn in general. Obviously, Earthquake would have killed this even after a couple protects from the Landorus. And obviously, I'm faster since it's paralyzed, and I would have lived the Scald. If he burnt me, at that point, I had to risk the burn anyway, because I know Dragonite's coming. So yeah, maybe if I Stealth Rock, and he, on the turn I Stealth Rock, he just goes Dragonite, clicks Dragon Dance, and U-turn doesn't damage multi-scale, or HP Ice isn't going to do a ton, and you just loop back up. He'd win anyway. But again, even if I'm playing for 2 chokes, it's better than the odds I have, as you see here. Because I'll kill this, and then Dragonite just wins the game. You could watch it on hyper fast. It's just gonna, I don't really have any shot here because Jirachi's burnt, and this is just not able to do the trick. He's faster at +2, so yeah, even if I go hard Dragonite on the first Dragon Dance, he can Dragon Dance again. Dual Chop, despite 1 breaking the multi-scale, doesn't do enough, so I need a crit Dual Chop. So again, that risk also him going for Dragon Claw right off the bat. So if you like went for Dragon Claw right off the bat, I could have went Landorus. It's kind of what I was hoping. You beat the Chomp, but yeah, no, at this point it's over. I lose. Didn't play my outs, but my outs didn't really have great odds regardless. So we're just talking the difference between critting a Dual Chop or him throwing and not going Dragonite on a Stealth Rock, But maybe I would have had a shot. Maybe he wouldn't have respected that Stealth Rock on Landorus. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely have a few little regrets this game. I don't really think I could have done anything to swing the game way in my favor against this Dragonite set, though. I just think it was a nice risk taken by my opponent, and it worked out. And that's really cool teams from Curl. So well played by him. And nice team. And unfortunately, I'm going to fall to 5-3. Not really too happy with that. I'm not really disappointed with how I'm playing besides those couple turns, but I definitely want to bring it back next week. Hopefully get that 6-3. Playing the Tigers in last week, so hopefully I could make the most of that opportunity and then come to the playoffs with some momentum on my side. But yeah, just watching the endless game, Dragonite's going to ultimately clean me out, of course, as you see here. He's now like +6 speed, +5 attack, +4 attack, whatever. So yeah, and it's just gonna finish me off. Good game, well played. This is Finch. Have a good one. Peace.